How do you spot hidden struggles in kids and teens? The most common hidden signs of struggle in kids and teens include perfectionism. This is the overachiever mask. Or humour, to deflect attention, the class clown. Freezing at the page. Or always helping others while ignoring their own needs. Maybe your teenager just got straight A's, seems popular and never causes any trouble. However, what if I told you they might be silently struggling? In this video, I'll walk you through the obvious signs, the hidden signs, and the subtle red flags that even loving parents and sometimes teachers can miss. Hi, I'm Nikki. I work with children, teens and adults who have slipped through the cracks of traditional learning. And I help them finally find strategies that make sense for their brain. If you're a parent, teacher or work with young people, this video could make all the difference to you. Let's first of all start with what most people know what to look for. The obvious signs, or what are those obvious signs that my child is struggling? There's the academic changes, drop in grades, homework suddenly becomes much harder, teachers mentioning concentration issues, then there's social withdrawal, hours alone in their room, avoiding family activities, quitting hobbies or sports they once enjoyed. Behavioural red flags, sudden irritability or anger, big mood swings, sleep changes, either too much or too little. Physical signs, frequent unexplained headaches or stomach aches, or noticeable weight changes, injuries, sometimes linked to self-harm. Those are the obvious signs. However, many kids become experts at hiding these signs. What are the hidden signs that most parents miss? Let's talk about the overachiever mask. Anxiety over teeny mistakes, refusing anything less than perfect, working themselves to exhaustion or panic before tests or competitions. The class clown. Humour becomes a shield. A child who leans heavily on jokes may be trying to deflect attention away from their struggles so no one notices the embarrassment or frustration that they feel inside. The blank page freeze. They sit staring at the page, thinking, it looks like daydream, but it's actually overwhelm. They don't know where to start, or they feel paralyzed by fear of getting it wrong. There's digital behavior shifts, suddenly becoming secretive with devices, online at weird times of the day, posting excessively, or disappearing completely. New online friends that you've never heard of before. The helper syndrome. Always supporting friends, volunteering for everything, caring for siblings beyond what is expected. Helping looks really admirable, but sometimes it's a way to stay busy so no one sees their own struggles. Physical symptoms with no clear cause, frequent sick days, new eating habits not linked to body image, constant tiredness, nervous habits like biting nails, pulling or twirling hair, or picking at skin. What subtle red flags should you listen for? Language patterns, things like, I always mess up, nothing ever goes right. Jokes that are really self-put-downs, mentions of not being around. Time perception issues. Everything feels like forever or never. can't recall yesterday and can't imagine next week. The enthusiasm drop. Not just one hobby, but everything loses its spark. Hypersensitivity to criticism. Even gentle feedback leads to tears, anger, or shutdown because they are already being so hard on themselves. Why reassurance matters. I sat with parents and their daughters just last week. The daughter, she was bright and she knew she wasn't dumb, but she couldn't make sense of what was being taught at school. Her mum kept saying, I know it's not you, it's the way you've been taught. You're missing some pieces and that's why it doesn't make sense yet. I'll help you with your new learning because I need to learn too. The relief on the daughter's face was immediate. She finally heard what she needed most, that the struggle wasn't her fault. Kids need to know this over and over again, that they are not the problem. The problem is whether they've been given the right tools and support so that they can understand it and process the task. So, what age-specific signs should I look for? From ages 6 to 11, so things like regression, bedwetting, baby talk, new fears or dark themes showing up in play. From ages 12 to 14, sudden friend group changes, obsession with dark media, closed off posture and avoiding eye contact. From ages 15 to 18, hopeless talk about the future, risky or reckless behaviour, sudden deep questions about meaning or purpose. What should I do if I notice these signs? So for me, I use the LEAP approach. Listen without judgment. Don't minimise or rush to fix. Engage consistently. Ask deeper questions such as, what was the hardest part of your week? Act on concerns. Trust your instincts. Talk to a teacher, a GP or a counsellor and provide that steady support. This isn't just a one-off chat. It takes time and consistency. Seek professional help immediately if there's mention of self-harm or suicide, or major personality changes in more than the last 2 weeks, risky behaviours increase, or they completely withdraw from everyone. What signs do professionals say that are most often missed? The I'm fine response every time. Healthy kids have ups and downs. Always helping others while quietly neglecting themselves. Future talk disappears, either avoiding it or avoiding speaking hopelessly about it. You're not expected to have all the answers. The most powerful thing you can do is notice, reassure, and walk alongside your child so they know that they're not alone in this. If this video was helpful, give it a like, subscribe for more insights, and hit the bell so you never miss the next one. Oh, and I'd love to hear from you. What signs have you noticed in kids or teens that others might miss? Drop them in the comments. Your story could help another parent. Please take care of yourself and the young people in your life. They need you more than you know.